Alright, welcome back fight fans to another Watch and Score live stream. I'm your host Jim, and with me on the call, I'll introduce to you in a second, Alex Big Fish Vega. We're hoping that Josh might join us. He is a little bit delayed at the moment, but hopefully he'll jump onto the call shortly. It's been a couple of weeks since our last live stream, where we scored Gennadiy Golovkin versus Saul Alvarez, the first fight, the very controversial one. Maybe it's not quite as controversial as people first thought, especially when me and Alex were scoring it. But anyway, that was good. That was good fun. And this week we're going to watch the rematch ahead of their third anticipated fight in 2 weekends' time, I believe. So as I said, on the call is Alex Big Fish Vega. How are you doing, my friend?
Doing very well. Please call me Big Fish Bird, Canelo's second biggest fan, because I have a feeling I am going to be leaning Canelo once again.
Big Fish Bird.
I already have it filled out.
Brilliant. Okay, like I said, we are hoping to get Joshua on the call as well at some point. He might join us in a little while. I've also just turned on our new look screen, so you'll notice that we are now on webcam. You can see our faces and see who's talking. We're kind of being a little bit experimental at the moment, so you're gonna have to bear with us while we work out all the kinks and issues that we might come across. But so far so good. On the screen there also are the instructions of how you can join in the scoring of the fight that we are going to watch shortly. You need to be a registered member. You need to join our scoring group using the code that is also on the screen, and there is a short URL there that you can go directly to the scorecard at. There's also a link in the YouTube group chat if you want to click on there, and there's also a link in the description of the video as well. So there's no excuses. You need to be able to jump on and score the fight along with us. So since we last spoke 2 weekends ago, there's been limited boxing action really. Last weekend saw Pedraza and Comey fight to a draw. I didn't ask you before we started if you'd seen this one, Alex, but let us know, did you see this fight?
Absolutely. This is a good competitive fight. You know, I felt that Comey, his powers seemed to follow him up to this new division of 140. He was landing a lot of big shots and as well had very nice activity. Pedraza, though, was showing his boxing acumen. Was trying to use angles, was countering, was landing cleanly throughout. I scored it 6-4 Pedraza. I am a little bit of a Pedraza fan, so I was a little upset it was a draw, but there's nothing wrong with it being a draw. Well deserved. Both guys had their moments. If you remember, Pedraza had that really big 9th round where it looked like Comey may be out of there. Also, if you rewind a little bit, I think about round 4, Comey had a headbutt with Pedraza, and it seemed to really kind of take him out and took him a little bit to get back into the fight. So nice competitive fight. Where those guys go, look like they may be 140's jam-packed. A lot of guys seem to be quite close in resume and skills, so they could be matched up with anybody. They are on the top rank side, so maybe Teofimo, Arnold Barbosa, Jose Ramirez, Cesar Pettis fighting Pro Grace, the WBC vacant title. So a lot of options. Boxing's in a good spot for that 140.
Yeah, go on. I didn't actually see that fight, so I can't really comment too much on it. Did you say that that result was fair enough? Was it a close fight?
Yeah, it was a split draw, so I think it was 7-3 Pedraza, 6-4 Comey, and then 5-5. So yeah, can't be upset at it.
Yeah, cool. Right, no worries. Let's have a look. Was there anything else on that card that was worth shouting about? It doesn't really look like it.
I mean, just the name, Jared Anderson, the
100%,
return of him. You know, he's supposed to be our big guy. You know, UK have all the top heavyweights now, so you know we're really hanging on to him, and he got the dust off of round one. I think it was a second round stoppage, knocked that dude out. Guy was tough, but Jared Anderson, the real big baby. You know, we'll see where he goes.
Yeah, hoping that he turns out to be quite decent, because it's always good for the sport when there's a good American heavyweight.
Absolutely.
Ajagba was also on there. He got a win in round 2 as well, and there's a bunch of other knockout. Oh yeah, there was that Richard Torres Jr. Saw that one.
Yeah, I saw it. You know, it's another overmatched opponent. I mean, he really put that guy out. It's very nice for the highlight reel, but it's like, you know, what are we doing here? You know, he's like 6'1", 6'2", 220, 230. Obviously can box well enough to not have to face these type of opponents, but it's early on in his career. The point is to get him some fanfare. Yeah. And when knockouts like what the one he produced, I mean, 2 in a row, really great knockouts. You know, I'm sure that's the game plan, and they're executing it. So shout out to Top Rank and Richard Torres' team.
Yeah, it looks like he's got some power, and like you say, a bit of fanfare around him. I just like the way he looks, like old school, like he's from the 80s with the perm and the tash going on and stuff.
I think he looks like, if you know Ron Jeremy, he looks like he's Ron Jeremy's son.
Yeah, a little bit. Alright, cool. That was the only thing I think worth mentioning from last week's boxing, but this weekend was a little bit more action. Last night here in the UK, Liam Smith got a win. It was a weird finish against Hassan Wakino, I think it was called. It looked like he rolled his ankle at some point in the fight, and then he just decided to back off and take a bit of a knee and look to complain a little bit to the referee. He did that twice, and then the referee just waved it off. It was a bit of a bizarre situation, and it wasn't really a great ending to what could have been a pretty good night. Earlier on, I think Natasha Jonas had won another title. She's obviously from Liverpool as well as Liam Smith, and that's where it was taking place. So it was a little bit of an unsavoury finish. I think it was unfortunate for Liam Smith not to be able to get a better finish as such. And no, I think he didn't see that one, did you, Alex?
I was not able to catch any of this card in Liverpool, but you know, I did see the highlight of Adam. I think it's Azim.
Yep.
You know, he got a nice first round TKO, and I heard a lot of people speaking about that Dan Aziz versus Shakan Peters, but you know, were you able to see that? Because
unfortunately, not. No.
Oh man.
I can see.
I see Aziz got the UD.
Yeah. I can see a couple of wide scorecards there, and I think he was a favourite going into that fight. Shakan Peters is, you know, a pretty decent level UK fighter, light heavyweight. So I guess it's another good win for Dan Aziz. He's got a couple on his resume now, so I guess he just needs to move forward and kind of step it up a little bit.
Hey, no, UK has plentiful over there at that 175, so it's a good time to enter that. You know, into that realm, I guess.
Yeah, how it'd fare with the likes of Boazzi and Yard, I'm not too sure. But at least it's another name up there. Be interesting to follow.
Yeah.
Cool. Any thoughts on Liam Smith going forward? He's kind of one of them that's when he steps up, he's not quite good enough, but then he's also too good when he's not at world level. So it'd be interesting to see where he goes in future, I suppose.
Well, Liam Smith, you said?
Yeah, Liam Smith, sorry.
You know, I saw something about him putting his name in the Chris Eubanks sweepstakes, I guess, after his next matchup. Eubanks is just too big, you know, but like you said, Liam, maybe he can't beat the elite guys, but, you know, he's a dude that he comes and, you know, brings it. I remember the Munguia fight. Gave Munguia a lot of issues. You know, he you know, maybe he's not the strongest or the fastest, but he's definitely one of the tougher dudes. I mean, even in that Canelo fight, he was trying to go punch for punch with him, and made for an entertaining fight. So if anyone picks Liam Smith, I'm totally down to watch. I know he brings it, and you can't count him out.
No, not gonna. All right then. Let's move on to the card in Mexico. Then I think this is on DAZN. I didn't see this at all. I've not had a chance to watch it today either. Before this, unfortunately. Juan Estrada got the unanimous decision against Argy Cortez. Not sure how to pronounce that one. Tell us about it, Alex. I know that you got this one.
Yeah, it's the first fight for Estrada since the Chocolatito third fight. So I think they were out for almost like a year and a half. And, it was way more competitive than I think anticipated. The scorecards show that, they had 115, 112 twice and 114, 113. I had 114, 113 for Estrada. To me, RG Cortez swept those last 4 rounds to make it close, but it was competitive throughout. Cortez was actually countering Estrada, but Estrada's, pace, his output, won him that fight. Of course, I'm favoring Chocolatito. They announced it. They're going to fight in December. I felt Chocolatito won the third one. They gave it to Estrada. If you recall, Estrada is the ring champion, so he is viewed as number 1 at this weight class, and he has a WBC franchise title. The titleist of the WBC is Bam Rodriguez, so I'm hoping the winner faces that. I know Chocolatito is real buddy with Bam, so hey, don't care. We need to pass into the guard. Bam seems to be the real deal. So that winner, Estrada, Chocolatito 4 versus Bam. Let's go.
Yeah, definitely agree. All right, cool. Anything you want to touch on the undercard of that fight at all? Anything worth?
Yeah, there was a vacant IBF World Junior Flyweight. It was Hector Flores versus, can't pronounce that first name, but the last name is Nangshinga. He was from South Africa. Yeah. What a fight. Some people are saying he's a Fight of the Year candidate. Flores brought it forward. He was the hometown guy. And, it was an exciting fight. I felt Flores won it, but it could have been a draw. Well, Flores did get dropped in the second round. That guy, Nangshinga, has a big right hand. I felt Flores edged it out, but I'm okay with the decision going Nangshinga's way. I would like to see a rematch, or we got La Bomba Gonzalez. He's a Puerto Rican fighter who's the titleist, at that weight class. I believe he's on a card coming up in November that has a lot of junior flyweights. What is that one gentleman? Junto Nakatani?
Yep.
I think he's on that card, and then there's another one. I think of another Japanese fighter. So that junior flyweight division is getting hot, guys. We got to keep an eye on it. I know it's 8 pounds, 105 maybe. I gotta take a look, but definitely keep an eye on that because it's heating up, guys.
I do like Nakatani. I've seen him a few times. He looks very good, very exciting. So,
shout out to Boz in the chat.
Yeah, hi Boz. Thanks for coming on board, mate. Good to have you. We're waiting for Josh to jump on, so if you know where he is, give him a shout for us. And I think actually with that, we have pretty much discussed the last couple of weekends of boxing since our last live stream.
Yep. That brings us up to speed.
Brings us up to speed indeed. There is obviously the event tonight that we will cover after we've watched our scoring fight now. So that is Ruiz and Ortiz. So we'll discuss that a little bit later on. Okay, so I guess we can move things along. Are you ready to give us an introduction to Triple G versus Canelo 2? So obviously last time out we watched the first fight. We are in the lead up to the third fight, the trilogy fight, which isn't probably as anticipated as the first two fights were, let's be honest. But yeah, we're well into our hyping up that third fight, basically. That's why we're watching these fights back to back, because obviously it is a big fight that's coming up, and these were two hugely controversial fights. So in fact we can just recap on the first one. I think me and you, Alex, both scored it in favour of Canelo, controversially. I know Boz, who is in the chat, and a couple, and who else was it? Alberto. He scored it. They both scored it for Triple G, quite wide, and then Josh, who has told us that every time he watches a fight, he ends up with a draw, and that's exactly what he did. So between all 5 of us, we came to a majority draw.
Hey, who could have saw that coming?
Was it a majority? Not a majority draw, but a split decision draw. There was two for either man, and then a draw. So
split.
It's a split draw, isn't it? So
just like the actual judges.
Maybe it wasn't that controversial, and I've said this the whole time that it's just that one Adelaide Bird scorecard which just made it like 10 times worse than it actually was. So there you go. I think we did a good job on that stream. Anyway, this fight I thought was a little bit more clearer. I think I scored it at the time for Canelo. Having said that, I scored the first fight for Triple G, and then we rewatched it and it went a bit different. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this one goes, because that first fight was quite a bit different to how I remembered it.
Agreed. No, you know what? That's probably my 3rd time rewatching it with like a, trying to score it. First time scoring it for Canelo, and I can't believe I had it 8-4, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just seeing different things, looking for more, particular, things in the fight. I don't know. I guess, I know this one I had Canelo. Man, this is my first fight ever. I scored 10-10 for a round.
Oh, wow.
So I had it 6-5, 6-5-1 to Canelo. 2 times I scored it.
Cool, man. All right, well, it's interesting to see how we kind of convince each other otherwise of what we're seeing, which might affect things. Cool. All right, and if you're ready then, give us a little bit of a quick intro. Obviously, we know what happened in the first fight, but, you can tell us that in your introduction as well. So take that away and I'll get us set up so that you can see the fight on our call.
Absolutely. So, leading up to the fight, this was already agreed on a rematch. However, in February, Canelo failed 2 drug tests for the banned substance clenbuterol. He was facing 1 year suspension, but due to his cooperation, he did get a 6-month retroactive to February. Triple G went on to defend his titles against Vanis Medarosyan. Getting a 2nd round knockout at the StubHub Center. Then leading up to the actual fight, after that, Triple G was stripped of the IBF title, but the rematch goes on, obviously, for the ring, WBC, WBA, and IBO titles. And fight takes place September 15th, 2018. So 364 days after the first fight.
Excellent. Sorry, that ended a bit quicker than I thought. Okay, so I think I am now sharing the video with you.
Yes.
I've also just got our average scorecard up, and it should be coming up on the screen as well underneath the fight, I believe. I'm still playing around with these windows, so we'll improve things over time. Boz is also ready, it looks like, which is good to know. I think we've already got a completed scorecard for this fight as well in our scoring group, which is cool. That'll give us another one to compare to and add to our stats. So that is all good. So I'm going to place that underneath there. We've got lots of screens going on, so this is
nice,
interesting.
This looks
all right,
good.
I've still got music playing, which isn't ideal. Let's turn that off. And let's get on with the fight. We are already delayed, so let's take it away. No intros. I've got the volume down. You let me know if it's too loud.
No, seems good. We go round 13. Hey, I'm telling you, they should give me a job. He beat me to it. I was going to say, Triple G starts off with the jab.
Oh dear, I'm already changing the screen. Sorry about that.
Perhaps trying to send a psychological message to Triple G.
Golovkin keeping that right fist.
Canelo looked like he wasn't messing around this training camp. Hair looks like a little bit of a mess.
Okay, I'm just slightly distracted with the windows on the stream, but I'm kind of catching it.
If there's an edge, it's Golovkin landing his jab, just as was the case in the middle.
Just trying to make some tactical placements of windows, if you get my drift.
Definitely.
Alright.
See, they're just basically standing in the middle of the ring, just kind of, trying to figure out what the other one's going to do, definitely. And Triple G with the occasional jab.
Jab. Golovkin hasn't thrown a power shot. Blocks the right hand with his left glove.
Pressure fighters often take a round or two to get going, and Triple G is a pressure fighter.
Okay.
Minute 13 to go in the round. Canelo lands a jab to the chest, pushing Golovkin back just a little bit. The most important punches so far have been Golovkin's jabs upstairs. Now there's a good one by Canelo.
Alright, so we've got less than a minute left. Tell us what you've seen so far, Alex, because I've been distracted, mate.
No, honestly, there's really not much going on. Just Triple G's just been pumping the jab, looking to see what Canelo's going to do. Canelo really hasn't been able to land anything of significance. They're just staying in the middle of the ring, just circling to each other's lefts. I'm sorry, to each other's rights, their own lefts.
A much more aggressive Canelo Alvarez than we expected to see in the early going. Golovkin looking to take advantage.
So yeah, I seem to remember last time it was a lot of Golovkin that kind of on the front foot. Alvarez was more backpedaling, getting to the ropes, moving around. It's a nice job.
Golovkin again snaps Canelo's head back with a jab.
If you remember, Canelo was very light on his feet. That first couple rounds, it was first time I think anyone really seen that.
All right, be happy, and be aware.
Okay, I'm just changing up.
You see,
Looks like on my other screen it's not showing the video. Which is oh, there we go. There we go. Okay.
Okay, now it's coming in a lot better. Before I was getting choppy on my end.
Choppy on the on our call, do you mean? Or on
Yes.
Yeah, on the call. Okay.
LeBron James in the house.
I'm actually just going to take a pause before this this next round, just for a second, because there's another curveball. There's always a curveball. Yeah, we're just going to have to roll with it. Let's continue. I'm not even filling my scorecard, but I'll do that in a second. Right, round two, and you can only see a tiny video in the top corner, but that is absolutely fine. It's got to be sufficient. It looks like Josh won't be joining us. Not to worry. Not to worry. I'm sure he'll be around next time. Thanks for letting us know, boss.
The issue is, even when Golovkin can win a tactical round, we saw in the
Letterman and his infamous, liking of aggressive fighters.
and everyone agreed Golovkin had to be more aggressive. So far, he's been less aggressive.
Jabbing contest continues as we go into round two.
Redness around Golovkin's right eye.
Yes, and I hope good uppercut by Golovkin.
Golovkin with a deep amateur background, the silver medalist in the Olympics, a dominant international amateur, does have the skills to control a fight with the jab.
Yes, he does. But, oh, good shot.
Took by Canelo. Hardest punch of the fight so far. So Canelo draws first blood in terms of landing a meaningful power shot. And now Canelo lands a jab. And he stays aggressive in round two. Still a little heavier on that front foot.
Man, really coming forward, Canelo.
First combination by Canelo.
Canelo's getting loose.
Good
Oh, that was nice.
Great body shot by Canelo.
Hoping that he can get Canelo to open up and lay us out the big, Max. He wants Canelo comfortable.
Triple G's face is starting to really mark up.
I mean, seeing Triple G back up probably really more than ever, like, without Canelo really throwing a punch.
The question, the old adage in boxing is don't hook with the hooker, Roy. Who's the hooker here?
Canelo.
Oof.
Motherfucker's got a hook to the head and to
Yeah,
the
it's,
body. But Triple G has a
it's a lot different to that first fight, isn't it? Alvarez has definitely got a bit more intent about him.
Corner of his right eye, Triple G.
Showing us what Mexican style is, as Triple G always likes to proclaim that he has.
Up and throws some power shots.
good jab again.
His jab is working early.
Yes, it is. A beautiful thing early. Canelo wants power.
Canelo trying to parry that jab. First time I seen him do that. Definitely Canelo with the harder shots throughout this round.
Yeah,
Nothing egg. Good hook. Left hook lands for Triple G. And another one.
Two heavy-handed guys exchanging real big shots.
Really big
you can
shots, Max.
see the power behind these shots, can't you? Bit wild.
This fight gives me goosebumps. It's like tearing my eyes watching this. It's just beautiful work by both guys. Such quality.
Here to try to put the round away. But Canelo's landed some hard shots. In center ring as they
No.
continue to stand.
That's it's an interesting round. I mean, I think it's obviously Canelo round, but you know, like using the fight night scores is like, you know, when you use the percentages, it's Triple G was landing that jab throughout, but like I said, just the hard effective shots was 1000% Canelo.
Yeah, I'd go with that. I am in agreement.
Okay, throw that jab and stay tight and then counter from that. Even if it's single shots, that's okay with me. And don't worry about the combination right now. Just pound it. All right?
Shift that up there. See if that helps things.
Here you see Canelo giving a fake jab.
Getting a bit of a replay.
Right there, 'cause Canelo, I mean, Triple G thought the hook
Bam, man, he just
Beautiful.
jab and Canelo landed
ate that.
so far.
Power punches through round two. Both fighters have landed 10. Canelo 10 out of 24. Golovkin 10 out of 21. Power shots. Jabs. Golovkin has clearly landed more.
I don't know if it's flowing, but the right eye from that hook, there's a dark, deep red mark in the eye, in the corner.
Okay, so Lederman's got it 2-0 to Canelo.
Treated as though it was a
I actually went with Golovkin for that first round. Just
Agreed. Yeah, I just didn't understand that. That's oof. Wow, that was a sneaky little uppercut, huh?
There's blood, it just may not be yet.
And one thing,
Something going on.
and one thing Abel did tell him,
You see, Triple G's actually inching forward here.
and that's saying something because he doesn't want him backing up from Canelo this much. And Golovkin
Oh,
can't
that's a
see
nice,
Wow.
nicely jab. Perfect timing.
Nice upper, man.
Nice
Canelo and that sneaky uppercut, huh?
Canelo's was the harder of the two.
Canelo disciplines aggressive fighters because it's not just that he counts.
That head movement there. You can tell the way he did it. That's something he practices over and over again.
Yeah.
To have that comfortability to kind of turn his head away, keep the eye on the target.
He looks proud of that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey Josh, Josh is in the chat now. Hi Josh. Salute fellas, he says. Hello mate. Hope you're well. Boz has given us a lowdown.
Yeah, what's up, 86? What up, Josh?
Golovkin throwing and landing more.
Thanks for coming in, watching a great fight already. Like I said, it's giving me goosebumps.
So far in the fight.
You see, Canelo really wants to land that left to the body.
Coming from the jab.
And that's the thing. He's such a precision puncher. He doesn't really want to throw it for nothing. You know, if it's not going to land.
Damage in the early rounds of this fight.
They are Max.
Well, he's definitely more aggressive. He's leaning on his front foot. He's not backed up against the ropes.
Just occasionally does that where he kind of switches off for a millisecond and then Golovkin clocks him with one.
Triple G landed a good right hand on Canelo.
Proper marking up on the face, Golovkin.
Good right hand.
Yeah, no, already.
Already, yeah, round 3.
Getting the shots in, plenty of them. But Canelo is the confident
Man, such nice upper body movement, huh? Look at that. Just has to make him pay. Oof.
Oh man.
And that jab is causing Canelo some problems, Jim.
I think this round's still up for grabs.
Yeah.
Probably lean a little bit, Triple G.
Okay.
Roy,
I was leaning more Canelo, so
Hey,
that's good.
I understand. Oh man, that's a solar plex shot. I
Oh, another sneaky
I was about to
hook up
speak
to the
some
body.
Spanish.
Yeah, yeah, feel free. It'll confuse me, but that's fine.
Agreed. And it's something that Triple G must have felt he needed.
Wait till the last 10 seconds. Man,
Swing round alert. Swing round alert.
that could be a thing.
Oh man.
Yeah, tough one.
What do?
Freeze first. Water now. You're going good. The fight is going good. Just like that. Just like that. He's pushing it back and he doesn't know what to do. But you've got to be careful, right? Remember, he's a one punch. He's a puncher. So you've got to be careful. One punch can end the fight. Jab him.
So I'm scoring this on my phone, just because I've got so many windows open on my PC and laptop. If people don't know, and they really should, the Fight Night Scores is quite mobile friendly. It is very usable on the mobile phone, even though it's a website. I think a lot of people use it on desktop, which is absolutely fine as well.
No, absolutely. When I'm watching fights live, mobile it is.
Story of the fight so far, however you have the round scored.
While Triple G is winning the CompuBox numbers of the fight.
Yeah, you know, I would agree with Max. You know, it's Canelo coming forward.
Letterman to
You
see
know,
how he scored.
he's being first and second, while Triple G just wants to be first. It feels like.
28, 2 rounds to 1. Canelo Alvarez. Jim, I thought Canelo started out
That's
a
another
little
one he's
slow,
given that one.
landed the harder shots. You know, close rounds, not easy to score. I
Hmm.
wouldn't argue if one of the judges had it going the other way.
You know, Golovkin never throws that left lead uppercut. You know, Canelo has a lot of times gone, you know, kind of just straightforward in the line, exposing that chin, and G's never done it.
Canelo is beginning to up his punch count. He hadn't been throwing as many as Golovkin, but he is in this round.
Like, there you go. He tried to land it there. Oh man, those are all heavy shots landed by G.
Oh,
Ouch!
we both felt that one. Jesus. I was just going to say, as that landed, it's hard to see how the fight in a couple of weeks is going to live up to these first two.
Oof.
What are we now? 4 years on. Golovkin's 14 hours, isn't he?
Or yeah.
I mean, hopefully it's still got something like this in him.
Definitely Triple G round so far.
I don't think Triple G is used to this pace though, Jim, and he's not used to having to back up like this. So Canelo's still in a good spot as long as he don't get caught with nothing big.
You see, Canelo is trying to parry that jab.
Story of the fight, because he's fighting
It seems whenever they reset, that's what he wants to do, parry that jab.
he's doing a good job of winning the fight with that jab though.
There's that stick, man. This is a round he can just throw that stick for the rest of the round and just secure it.
With his forward pressure.
Yeah, exactly. It's like by design
Oh.
for Canelo.
But so far, guys, we're in the 4th round. Triple G has not gotten ahead of steam going. He has not created any real forward momentum, any sustained momentum. He has not put his punches together. He has isolated moments, and then Canelo comes
I think Canelo can sense that he's not quite winning this one.
Triple G circling.
He's up the pace a little bit.
It's not like this is the 1st round. We're in the 4th round.
Okay. I don't think that was clean to the body, though. I think he might have caught that on the elbow a little bit.
Is a difference between the two.
Hopefully they show a replay. Man, he throws that right uppercut in such a line.
Usually when a fighter lands a big body shot in a fight like this, the other guy comes
Last 10 seconds.
Triple G did not.
You know, nice rally by Canelo at the end of that round, but I'm sticking to what I was saying earlier.
Yeah,
Felt like it was just clear Triple G.
I'd go with that. We'll continue, and we'll have a look at an average scorecard and another couple of rounds, just so we can make up for a bit of time.
Too many, okay? Now when you throw that good jab, give me a jab right here too.
All of these are really close rounds to me. I don't think I've done one that's 60-40 yet.
I think my round 2 was nope. I've actually had 3 60-40s.
I've made them all closer.
Max, I'm tell you about this uppercut right here. See this uppercut Triple G lands? Watch the body
Jesus,
shot.
he turned with it though. Canelo did.
Missed that body shot, or we might have had a down fighter that round. But that was a beautiful uppercut landed by Triple G. But it's lucky for him that Canelo missed that body shot.
Another thing to note as well on this is all of these rounds, in terms of the Fight Night score system, they're all textbook where the answer, the reason, sorry, he's always landed the cleaner, more effective shots. I think that's the only thing he can give. Because both men are throwing, it's just that one of them has to have landed the slightly better punches.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I think Canelo has a little cut over his
So into round 5, I think we'll have a look after the next round, average scorecard.
I mean, I've given different reasons, but I mean, clean and more effective shots is definitely the easiest thing to go. I mean, just watching it, that's the consistent. Because both guys they've been throwing a lot of punches, and it seems whatever for myself, whoever's been winning the rounds, it's been the one landing the more thudding shots. As Canelo lands a nice overhand right.
Roy, it almost looks like Triple G's going to have to do something to change the momentum of this fight.
Since last round, I feel like Triple G's a little fatigued.
I was
You can see him
thinking that-
dropping his hands, resetting. So go ahead.
Sorry, I was thinking that like towards the end of that last round, there was a point with maybe a minute left to go where he took a step back, a bit of a breath, and he was circling around, and it looked like he was trying to conserve a bit of energy. I think you're right.
Yeah, I mean, just someone coming forward causing you to back up. It takes a lot more energy to back up than coming forward. So it's something he's not used to. He's, his muscles and his legs aren't conditioned for that probably.
Yeah, and he was always the one that was marauding forward, wasn't he, up until this point in his
Exactly.
career? And it was this. Oh, that was a nice dodge and move. It was the case in that first fight. It was the same for most rounds, wasn't it? Where he was coming forward, Alvarez was kind of backing off more until later on in the fight, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Look like Canelo plans on winning the fight on points, though he may be up. It looks like he's looking to knock Triple G out.
or hurt him. And Triple G looked like he's
It's a big change by game plan of Canelo. Is it because of the failed drug test? It's I think it's definitely something that stays in people's minds. I mean, G was this monster in the ring, and no one ever did anything close to what Canelo's doing. And Canelo's a smaller man, height-wise.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice sneaky. Man, this round might be up for grabs. No. You know what? I'm sorry. I have Canelo. I forgot. Canelo's the one that landed a big overhand right earlier.
Bit of a wild miss.
Still the body attack seems mostly missing from Triple G, but he lands his jab continuously. And it's all a matter of what do the judges
It's a nice exchange at the end.
combination. Left jab, right cross. In the closing
That was a long
Yeah,
last 10 seconds.
G's had some big misses in that round.
Relax, son. Relax, son. How do you feel? Good. All right. You're younger than he is, Saul. You're younger than he is.
All right, Boz, Josh, you still there? Let us know how you're scoring these rounds, even if you're not filling out a complete scorecard, boys.
Make a miss.
Give us something to talk about.
Looking good? Yes.
Hey, these gentlemen in the ring are giving us plenty to talk about.
Well, this is true.
I'm telling you, this is one of my favorite fights to watch of all time. I've seen it at least 5-6 times. It's more fun when you don't have to score it, because I feel like you have to discredit one's work,
You know, before I actually made the system, I used to not bother scoring fights at all. I just used to enjoy sitting back watching it with a beer. So, don't know why I did this.
I'm gonna keep it on it. I'll be honest. I love scoring fights.
Yeah. Well, I do
you know.
like it now. No, I did it. It was just funny how I was never all that bothered before I created the system.
This is your baby, so
Oh,
of
yeah.
course you're gonna like it. Man, that was caught on the arm by Triple G, that body shot.
Canelo was cut over the left eye in 2 previous fights against Shane Mosley and Liam Smith. He won both of those fights.
It just seems Canelo has the distance, you know, understanding of the distance more than G does.
Plans on catching Canelo with one big punch, which is a risky
Because he's transitioning from offense to defense back to offense. Seems, you know, a lot smoother than G is.
Yeah.
That was interesting. Triple G jabbed to Canelo's left hand and then went to Canelo's right side to the body. That was a nice right hand.
It's a nice shot. Nice shot.
Nice left hook by Canelo. But yeah, I mean,
Taking
it's
a breath
total
back.
stalking by Canelo. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
That's all right. To say that was another one where he felt a shot, he kind of came back and he did blow out a little bit. Probably feeling the pace a little bit. This is definitely more fast paced than the first fight.
before he starts to bend or break. Boy,
I don't know. He's taking a lot of them, but he got to be careful for the one coming up to the head off of that. That's what Canelo's working on. You got to be worried about the body shot right there.
Shocking. None of these guys have been wobbled in, you know, what is this, round 6? So round 18 rounds of punching each other in the face and the body.
And pretty hard as well.
Oh, he felt that body shot. You seen that arm drop?
to those body shots like they're getting to him.
That was the best shot of the round so far.
Canelo, man, this is his jab's a lot better in this fight too. Like I said, he has that gauge of distance.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, look, huffing and puffing a little bit. Oh, nice.
Punches landed this round. Canelo with the edge, avoiding the CompuBox. Canelo used to be one of the first rounds in which Canelo has an edge and landed shots, according to CompuBox. 17 seconds to
See
go.
that, guys? Triple G waved him in. Now he's getting hit, and Triple G is
Oh,
warmed up and used to the contact and egging Canelo on.
nice movement again, but they got caught on that jab.
I think for me, that is Canelo's biggest. That's the biggest. I'm sorry, the most obvious winner of the round.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
Couldn't get that out.
And I've finally given a different reason.
Uh huh. What'd you go with? Controlled action or?
Control the action.
Yeah, I was gonna go with that, but I just felt that the landed shots. Yeah, just the clean landed shots.
That's fair. Absolutely fair.
Yeah, like you could always go with that. I don't think if you ever put that as a reason, someone would be like, "No." Are you crazy? Mike Tyson.
In the crowd, and the crowd responds, seen like on the monitor.
Let's move that a
Extremely
bit.
popular everywhere he goes. Harold Letterman, how did you
All right, we're round 7. I forgot to pause it. Right, we'll pause after this round. I forgot that was round 6.
57,
Too much going on.
close fight, Jim. I guess rounds 3, 4, and
Man, this is already off to a good start.
Yeah, man.
4 and 5 to Gennadiy Golovkin. But
Double right hook. I mean, uppercut.
round 6 to tie it up. I've got to
Ooh, right in the neck area.
Round 6 was a round in which Canelo landed more
Man, nice left hook,
shot
man.
left,
Beautiful
yeah.
timing.
Caught him on the chin, that one.
jabs and land more jabs than Canelo. Canelo continues to throw
Oh, that's a low shot there.
body shots than Golovkin.
Look at that, hits him in the kidney. It goes to the chin.
He's going to have to win the fight, Canelo. And if Harold has it close, it's usually a pretty good indication the judges.
A lot of people brought up all the kidney shots that Canelo landed. Nice roll against Caleb Plant.
Nobody gonna give Triple G this decision because he's taking him completely out of this game.
Up to the referee to stop that.
Backing up, where he fought his back backing up and had his way when he wanted. This type fight, he's forced the issue and had his way when he wants. There's nobody gonna
Nice uppercut, man. Caught him leaning. Nice timing on that.
Going to the scoreboard, looking for the knockout, which is, of course, dangerous against Triple G.
very dangerous.
Canelo's doing a lot of sophisticated stuff in this round. Oop.
Spat off on that one.
Oh, nice short right hand. You see Triple G's got a mouse under his left eye.
Canelo's fighting 3 minutes of every round.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, this is so far. I mean, it's still over a minute left to go, but this is another pretty clear round for Canelo, I'd say.
Absolutely. He hasn't really made a mistake this round.
Oh, it's a nice challenge.
Oh. And Jim Lampley has said it on the broadcast. I mean, Canelo fighting all 3 minutes, that's not something we've ever seen. Clenbuterol, man. I might get on it. Oh, another short. Another low shot.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm telling you, that timing.
Well, he said that he was going to. It's rare that before a big fight like this, a fighter says he's going to do something and goes out and does exactly what he says he's going to do. Canelo said he's going to take more risks, even though it was Triple G most felt.
Do you think this could have been possibly like the peak of Canelo? Like,
Absolutely, without a doubt. Never seen a better Canelo. I mean, he's coming forward, countering, setting up shots. Oh, well, that was a nice sequence by Triple G. But does a little huff and puff, and Canelo puts the pressure.
right back on him, yeah.
Oof.
It's a good ending, but I'm not sure it's enough.
Yeah. It'll just lower my percentage, but other than that.
But yeah, I think this was probably peak Canelo. I know he moved up in weight and he smashed a few of them guys to bits, but until obviously the Bivol fight. But yeah, no one had ever done anything like this to Golovkin, had they? So we'll take a pause there. That's 30 seconds on the countdown. Take a pause there. Just seeing in the chat there, Puro. I can't see the
Sur
name.
Central BXO, aka Scalp Collector. Wow, that's a
Scalp
long
Collector.
one.
We'll go with that one, Scalp Collector. Salute, fellas. I scored the fight last week. Round 6 was
man.
biggest Canelo round, in my opinion. Thought he dominated most of the round. Yeah, that was the best round. We just watched round 7, didn't we? So we'll have a look at an average scorecard. Your figures will be included in this Scalp Collector, which is how I'm going to refer to you as. Thanks for stopping by. Let me just get my score in because I've not done that.
Yeah, no, I had to check. I'm like, did I put mine in? So much going on.
That'll do. Right, now let me find the window I need. Oh man. That's the wrong one. It's got to be here somewhere. I genuinely lost it. Okay, that's fine.
While you do that, I got a little more details to add. This card actually was
Please.
stacked. We had WBO junior middleweight title fight, Jaime Munguia versus Brandon Cook. If you remember, Munguia won that by 4th round TKO. I'm sorry, 3rd round. And then we had Chocolatito Gonzalez versus Moises Fuentes. Yes, I was trying to do it without looking. 5th round TKO for Chocolatito. And then David Lemieux versus Gary O'Sullivan. That was a nasty KO right there. Definitely one that stayed on the highlight reel. And quick short note, also Virgil Ortiz was on the card. He had a 2nd round knockout, Roberto Ortiz.
Cool, man. Cheers. I've just got the average scorecard out now. You should be able to see it on the stream. You might be slightly delayed, Alex. So this is only... I think there's 4 of us that have got scores for this. I think Boz gave up after round 1, which is disappointing. We'll let him know next time he's back. So first round is a Golovkin round. 10-9, 51.67 to 48.33%. So it shows how really close it was, and the main reason they're being more active, which I guess he was possibly in that first round. Round 2 was a Canelo round. It was a wider winning margin, 58 to 42%, landed the cleaner and more effective shots. that was the same reason for the next round, also for Alvarez, which puts him 2-1 ahead. Very close winning margin though. It shows how tight these rounds were. And then round 4 goes to Golovkin to make it 2 each even. Slightly wider winning margin. Feel free to jump in, Alex, and say what happened in these rounds, because I know that you sometimes take notes. If there's anything worth talking about. Round 5, what did we go up to? Round 7, I think. So
Yeah, we're up to round 7.
there. Okay, so round 5 was a Alvarez round, which puts him 3-1 up, 48-47. This is the latest thing. I've added a running tally underneath the scores for each round. It just helps.
Great added feature. No, that definitely was a beautiful ad.
I did that
Seems
last week.
small, but makes a big difference.
Yeah, it really does. Okay, so 10-9 there. Again, they're fairly close, but in the context of the other rounds, I guess that's fairly wide in the context of the contest. The widest round, as alluded to before, is round 6 to Alvarez, and that's the almost 60% winning margin.
Yeah, anyone given less than 60% that round, I think that's travesty. I don't know what you were watching, but yes.
All right, you've been called out, whoever that was. You can go and compare the scorecards if you want to find out, Alex. Okay, and then that last round, again, Alvarez. So he's won the last 3 rounds, really. So he would be 3 rounds up, 68-65 on the average scorecard, and that was moderately wide in the context of the fight.
That's what I have.
Landing the cleaner and more effective shots. And yeah, 65-68 is what I have it as well. And my winning margin is 55-45, which is not surprising.
Well, I have 54.29, 45.71. So same ballpark.
Excellent. Makes sense. All right. I think we are back to our screen. Let's continue. We've got 30 seconds left between rounds. That is round 8 just gone. Sorry, round 7 just gone. Round 8's next. Maybe we'll do a pause after round 10 just to see the next couple of rounds, and then obviously we'll go to the end.
Head to head. Bam. Jesus, what an uppercut. Yeah, it landed, but it wasn't that wasn't as effective as that uppercut. For him to respond after that, though, Canelo's got. Remember, everyone was saying Triple G has the best chin. Nope, Canelo has stolen that with this fight here.
Yeah, you're probably right, to be fair. I think I alluded to that in the last stream, saying that Triple G was kind of noted as being, solid, tough. Just takes shots and continues forward. But I think with these 2 fights, Canelo really cemented the fact that he was such a tough fighter as well.
You see, Triple G is going up and Canelo's going down. Nice double right hand by Canelo. It seems Triple G is going to have to change something, I mean, we have him down by 3 points. See, he's trying. Oh, my gosh. That was nice overhand right by Canelo. Seen a lot of upper body shifting by both fighters, trying to take a little bit off the shots, trying to create those openings. Billy looks like Canelo's cut on the left eye, if I'm not mistaken.
See when he turns around. Looks like it, possibly. Always hard to tell on these
Hey,
videos.
Triple G with the foot movement, huh? Showing the footwork off.
Yeah, you can see that blood now down the side of his face. Oh,
Nice
nice.
left.
And the fact that he stepped back and kind of shook his head, you know that hurt him.
And Triple G's done a lot of good work. He's not really landing the jab, what I see, but really working off of it, landing uppercuts, right hands. But Canelo's landing a couple bombs.
This is another round that could be scored either way, depending on what you're looking for.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm edging towards Triple G, especially the fact that he's marked up Canelo. He's done some damage to the eye. I don't know if it was a head clash or what.
They did have a nasty head clash
Maybe
in
it
the
was.
last round.
Turn the tide a little bit there.
Okay, very, very good. That's the kind of one I want. Right here, G, right here.
There's notice there in the chat that Scalp Collector says the website is a game changer. Well, thank you very much for that comment. I appreciate it. That is, you know, that's the idea. We just need people to implement it.
And most definitely, you know, I've created quite a few custom scorecards. And I love filling it out, putting in the venue, the date, trying to get everything as if, you know, if it's an official tool used for fights. So no, thanks,
Perfect.
Jim. It's a beautiful thing.
That's great, man. Very good.
Look, Ma, you're on TV. This fight is a sellout. 21,965 are in attendance at the T-Mobile Arena.
How many was that again, sorry?
21,965.
I will say in the last round, it's not just that Triple G landed more. His punches seemed to affect Canelo toward the end of the round.
Yeah, it seemed like a little bit of a shift in the fight for Triple G's favor.
And Abel Sanchez said he was
Nice jab, man.
I think he was pleased because his fighter took a little bit more risk.
That's the first round.
Yeah, Canelo doesn't seem as sharp as he was. It seemed to shift a little bit last round, and he's really off the mark now. A little imbalance, so maybe fatigue.
Yeah, he has put a lot of work into the first 7 or 8 rounds. And you know, we were saying that Golovkin was breathing a bit after what, maybe around 6 or so, and I think he's possibly put some in the reserve for a couple of rounds, maybe.
And no shame. I mean, Canelo's putting in a lot of work coming forward. So, you know, you see guys take a round or two to get that second, third win.
Tough fight by two brilliant fighters. The counterpuncher became the stalker. The banger became the boxer.
Yeah, G's definitely the sharper one in this round.
Yeah, I agree. Half of the round's over. He's definitely winning so far.
And he's not really winning with the jab. You know, it's just he's moving. He's just landing the better shots. More snap in his shots, it looks like. Using his footwork. I don't think I've ever realized how much he uses footwork in the second half of the fight.
Do it again and put the fight away. Or can Triple G, with his whole career on the line, summon the greatness that fueled the middle of that career and restore the legend? Only a few more rounds to see.
Good body shot.
Right hand by Canelo Alvarez. Triple G trying to fire back with his own right hand.
Is it a shot?
Oh, nice right hand by Canelo.
It's an Alvarez round so far with 30 seconds to go. Big left hook for Golovkin.
Put his head in his face a little bit there. And now they're
Nice
having
left hook.
a scrap.
Now, I swore Jim Lampley said this is a Canelo round, and I don't know what he's talking about.
Triple G on the attack. Looking at the blood and saying, I can make that blow. Closing seconds of this round have been good for Golovkin.
That's a tough round, man, that. I think it's not Canelo, sorry, he had Triple G round.
Oh, agreed.
But
Another classic middleweight prize fight.
the sound might have gone out of sync slightly.
He's ready. He's got nothing left. All right, sit, son. He's done.
It's quite damaged that eye, isn't it?
I got it.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. A nasty slit.
Son, 3 rounds. 3 rounds, fast, with intelligence. Speed and intelligence, son. Jab 2 or 3 times.
Let me get my score in.
From the first minute, remember, he comes out in that first minute real strong. In the first minute, don't exchange punches there.
This explains how tough this fight is to judge. Watch what happens here, Jim. You see Canelo, Triple G with the right hand, Canelo with the right hand, and a hook, and then Triple G come back and answer with the hook. That's 2 to 2, 2 very good punches by 2
Right,
very good
right.
They are
Left.
so evenly matched. You have watched them fight.
Cancelled each other out right there.
Yep.
50-50, 10-10.
3 rounds to go in Las Vegas. Harold Letterman, how do you have it through 9?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
6 rounds to 3, Gennadiy Golovkin. Jim, this fight is
Weren't people saying that about him for years?
about
Got no idea.
again. As I say, I've got it 6 to 3 Golovkin, but if any of the judges had it
That's
the
interesting.
opposite way, I wouldn't argue because each round is close. I mean, standing
That's a lot different to our average from before, wasn't it? When I had Canelo with
Yep.
3 straight rounds earlier.
Ray Ward against Sergey Kovalev, guys, was not nearly as bruising a fight as this. But Ward was winning the story of the fight even as Kovalev was gaining some rounds. Ward, like a great fighter, closed the show and knocked his guy out. Does Canelo have to do the same thing here?
We were just discussing Ward Kovalev. That possibly could be one we could cover in future. No, that was a close one.
Yeah, no.
Controversial.
A bit controversial.
These next 3 rounds go like this and nobody goes down. I can easily see us with
I
another
believe that's a November fight.
number 3.
Okay.
Somehow I remember that.
Maybe we can cover that in a couple of months.
Ooh.
Dodged a lot of them, but it's still going.
Yeah, that might have been the first time we believe Canelo's been buzzed. But he was good upper body movement.
Yeah, all of them follow-ups just didn't really land, did they?
Mm-hmm. Nice uppercut by Canelo. Caught him moving. Canelo's done good work past 15, 20 seconds.
Golovkin might have slightly punched himself out a little bit there. And now Canelo's rallying again. Got just under a minute left.
The trouble for Canelo is that when judges score this round, they're going to be remembering that rally by Triple G that momentarily wobbled. Here's a body shot.
I don't know about wobbled. That's a little much.
Really threw that right to the body like it meant it. Triple G looking for the knockout upstairs meantime.
I'm just going to do something crazy. See what happens. Oh.
Nice, man. That was a nice counter jab by Triple G.
In the heat of the battle, Gennadiy Golovkin appears to have won the 10th round when most he needed it.
Yeah, I think the sound is well out of sync, isn't it, with the video?
Yeah, it is not
Bell.
synced.
Bell went ages ago.
Did I hurt? No, absolutely not. Of course not.
Okay, we'll take a pause. Oh man. How did I score that one? I don't know what I saw. I feel like Lederman.
No, that was to me a clear Triple G round.
Oh yeah. Canelo rallied a bit though, didn't he? That was
He had a beautiful response. Yeah, definitely have to be happy with the way he responded because Triple G was definitely coming, building steam, and yeah, no, Canelo is a warrior, as
That
we
was
know.
a good reminder. I went with the old significant punch or combo because there was that little section, weren't there, at the start. All right, I've paused there. I think we've got 2 rounds left. Let's get up our combined scorecard, and we'll go from round 7 through 10. Let's give it the old refresh. Okay, so round 8, we did round 7 last time, didn't we? Round 8 appears to be a very even round, 50-50, but edged in favour of Alvarez. So he goes 4 rounds ahead at that point. And, oh, look at this. Round 9, a draw. Okay, so again, in even-ish round. Must have been a couple either side to give that a draw. And then in round 10, that we just saw a Golovkin round. And yeah, we decided that that was fairly an obvious one. And that was the reason, the significant punch combination, which gave him the edge, I guess. And that's what I went with. Cool. I'm just wondering if we do side by side. No, let's go back to our fight and continue. Maybe at the end of the fight we'll compare our scorecards next to each other.
Sounds good.
Just to see what you did wrong.
No risk. No risk to exchange stupidly. So
Oh, championship rounds.
you got a good fight going. Real good. You're not gonna be able to knock him.
Huh. Don't really hear that too much in the corner. You're not gonna be able to knock him out. Yeah, I think it's an honest assessment, but
Right on the jaw of Canelo's. Doesn't get much better than that. Beautiful straight right hand, right there on the eye. Made the eye start back bleeding again. Very good punch by
wow, look at that jab, huh?
Hardest thing to do is to
He was not expecting that right hand. Yeah. Wow.
putting in the body work, fighting his type of
See,
Nice.
totally not expecting that.
and being rocked. And in the last several rounds, Triple G has fought his way back in to the point where it
Alright,
looks like
here we go.
he could change the outcome of this fight.
Yes, he has.
And he's done it by taking risk. He's done it by putting
So let
himself
him
on the
now.
line. But we
Oh,
must
it's giving Golovkin
writers at ringside.
Yeah.
the last 4.
Has Canelo having to get a KO to win or not, 2 knockdowns.
Has Triple G ahead in the fight. The only scorers who matter.
See, I guess that adds to the controversialness. The fact that Lederman's got his card going on. A lot of people take that and run with it.
Yeah, Max said something which I agree with. This second fight was definitely better than the first one.
Yeah, I'd go with that. I mean, the first one was still a good fight.
Yeah, but to me, this is an all-time classic
Yeah.
in the history books. First time we've seen Canelo use his feet. You see him trying to work off that jab.
I quite like that angle, that camera angle. I should use that more.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time they've been separated, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
Round
so.
11. Not bad.
Oh, man.
Good body work. Oh, that's good. Good return.
Man, Canelo just took, not all those shots were meaningful, but probably about 6, 7 landed shots in a row there. Most of them were touching. Nice right hand.
Boxing beautiful, but Canelo won't stop coming.
This time Triple G blocked the body shot. He's getting better at seeing Canelo Alvarez's body punches coming.
Man, it's going so quick. There's already just a minute left to go.
Couldn't get the right hand home.
Yeah, Triple G had probably about the first minute. It seemed like Canelo won that second minute.
40 seconds left in the round.
I'd go with that.
Alvarez needs a rally. Gets a hard right hand.
Yeah, the commentary's about 15 seconds ahead of the actual video.
In the latter part of the fight, the biggest difference is that Golovkin has been able to land combinations and limit Alvarez.
Nice right.
That land.
And there's a hard left hook for Triple G.
And a hard right uppercut by
It's a good uppercut as well.
Yeah.
Couple of real big right hands in the last 30 seconds.
Another good right hand.
Seems like a flip of the beginning of the fight. The beginning was Triple G landing the shots, more shots, but Canelo the harder ones. And this round, it's the opposite. Nice, nice counter uppercut to the body. Oof. So this has always been the round that I score even. I
can see
believe,
why. Yeah.
but I'm not doing that this time.
I almost feel like you gave me permission to see there, but I'm not going to do that.
With velocity, use your jab and climb up and here, okay? When you give him the opportunity to punch, he's gonna come up with everything. Nobody's lost.
Land some shots, okay? You have to be ready. All right? Good jabs, good jabs. That right hand better right here, like I said, okay?
Wow, Golovkin threw 60 shots, huh?
It's only 3 minutes.
No, 75, I think it said, huh?
Deep breath. 3 minutes.
Can't, whatever.
I didn't really know what that graphic was telling us, to be honest.
No, no worries.
Gennadiy Golovkin threw 75 punches.
Here we go, 12th round.
And Abel Sanchez says, stay busy. He threw 30
Oh, gosh.
Final round. How are my scores? Oh. Oh, wow.
Sticks his jab in Canelo's face again.
Over the second half of this fight, Triple G has landed
A little bit of respect.
upstairs.
Uppercut for Golovkin, knocking Alvarez's head back. He's off to a great start in the closing round.
So I've got it closer than Lederman, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely do. I actually have, oh man, what an
Great
uppercut.
Beautiful.
You know what? I don't want to reveal my scorecard.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Wait till the end.
Will it be something similar to last round where Triple G out hot out the gate and Canelo just chipping it away?
Talk about big drama show. This has been a drama show.
Right, nice flip.
Definitely could have got a clean shot while he was on the ground there. He chose not to.
Alvarez lands power shots in return. It's a piercing sprawl. Down the stretch.
Don't know what that was, but there you go. I quite like that. I like it if a boxer can stop himself from taking advantage of a situation.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a nice uppercut.
nice. Yeah. We give the last 10 seconds to Canelo. Ooh.
Yeah. That's
Nah, man, they're both just landing on each
Yeah.
other. Jeez.
I think both corners can sense that it could go either way, and they've told him as such. Oh, that's a great uppercut.
Nice little short uppercut. Now, would you? They had said it. Do you think these are two middleweight greats?
Tremendous performance by both.
Yeah, I think so.
Less than a minute to go. Who has the
I think talent-wise, Canelo, but he didn't really have too many great performances at middleweight. I think. I mean, he got Khan, Cotto, which was a nice, good fight. You know, these two fights. I think Denny Jacobs afterwards. I don't know. I don't know if I call him a middleweight great. That's I mean, Triple G, obviously. I mean, even though the opposition wasn't there, just his performances and his obviously his tenure there, the length of it. Close round.
Yeah, it is close. Oh, man. Just back and forward, isn't it?
dead tired. Exhausted on their feet. 10 seconds to go. Uppercut for Golovkin.
What is that? He's like, oh, we're both tired. Thank you for this rest.
Golovkin with a right hand. And it's over. Amazing fight.
Round 25, please.
Yeah, you'll get it 4 years later.
Oh, that's a nice at the end. I think Golovkin finished that strong.
Agreed.
The blood flows from
both bleeding.
Portion of the fight. The last 3 rounds were turbulent, intense, and unbelievably violent.
One of the best fights I've seen in a long time, Jim.
Better than last year's fight.
Yes, sir, by far.
I don't remember this bit of aggravation at the end.
Harold Lederman has 8 rounds to 4. Golovkin the winner with Golovkin
Yeah, I don't see that at all.
No, that's a crazy score.
in the fight.
It's a very Adelaide bird.
On Letterman's card, if he saw the fight correctly. And the official judges are Glenn Feldman from Connecticut, Dave Moretti from here in Las Vegas, Steve
Feldman, I think that's the one that did the Anthony Joshua winning card.
Yeah, recently. Yeah,
it
that's
might
right.
be.
Yeah, it is.
It's a great panel. You don't expect anything wildly unexpected.
Okay.
Ugh. Had to sneeze there.
No problem. Okay, I'm just going to pause a sec because I am getting a warning. A warning message.
Read the scores.
Toad Vegas, show your love for these two. Glenn Feldman scores this bout even, 114-114. Glenn Feldman scores this bout even, 114-114. Judge Dave Moretti
Huevos.
and Steve Weisfeld have it 115-113. Your winner by majority decision.
Ah, no. Okay, I think we are back. Yeah, we might just about get away with listening to the scores.
Yeah, we heard 114, 115, 113 times 2.
By majority decision.
Sorry. Let's rewind. Let's rewind and listen to it.
Your winner, Steve Weiss. Feldman scores this, and here are the judges' scoring totals. Glenn Feldman scores this bout even, 114-114. Judge Dave Moretti and Steve Weisfeld have it 115-113. Your winner by majority decision and new WBC, WBA, IBO Ring Magazine.
Big cheers. Well, there you go.
I remember Triple G walks out, does his post-fight interview in the locker room.
Ah, okay. Interesting. I'm just wondering if I can share. No, I can't. Never mind. All right, we'll stop sharing that. And so just bear with me, folks. I've got the average scorecard up on the screen, and we will have a look at our scorecards side by side in a sec. because that'll be interesting to see what we got.
Almost twins.
Let's see. So round 11 and 12. This is the combined average scorecard, by the way. So this is everyone on the graph. I think there's 4 scorecards. This is based on. So round 11 we gave to Alvarez, and round 12 we gave to Golovkin. Fairly close round 11, 52-48. Alvarez landed the cleaner, more effective shots. That took him up to 107 against 103. So he's going to win this fight on our average scorecard. Golovkin took round 12. Getting fairly close. So all in all on the average is 113 to 116, which is 4 rounds to Golovkin, 7 rounds to Alvarez, and 1 even round, which I think is quite wide. Really? So that's based on 6 scorecards apparently. Oh, hang on. I think that's the full. No, it is our group. Okay, let's have a look. So, Boz only gave 1 round.
Thank you, boss.
Cheers, Boz. Good input. Anyway, the 3 official scorers then. Wow, look at that. So, our friend who came up on the chat before, Scalp Collector, that's the one. I might change his name on here just so I know. Scalp Collector scored at 112-116 in favour of Alvarez. And me and you scored it exactly the same.
Yeah.
114 even.
I mean, we have similar minds. It seems every fight we're pretty close in our scorecards.
Yeah. I think maybe talking through it helped kind of convince each other into a certain way. Who knows? It'd be a bit of a boring stream if we didn't talk it through, though. But maybe one time we can do it as a test and see, experiment. But just having a quick look at the side by side. It'd be interesting to see if we have the exact same scores for every single round or if there's any difference. But we've got an exact same score in round 2. So round 1 was the same round score. Round 2 was exact all 3. Round score, margin and reason. Round 3 we had the same score and winning margin. A different reason. Round 4 we had the same score and reason, but a different winning margin. Round 5, exact same score. The exact same for all 3. Round 6 was just the same scores. Round 7, an exact match, and the rest are all blue, which is the same score and reason. So yeah, we gave the rounds the same each time.
Yeah, we did.
And our winning margin percentages are very, very similar as well. Hey, that's consistency.
Absolutely. No, man, what a fight. You know, I think looking at our scorecards, I mean, I have one that I wrote down round 3, which was a swing round. So, you know, majority decision. Can't be wrong. You know, can't go too much against that. But, you know, it's controversial still. A lot of people you hear believe Triple G won both fights, or it should be 1-1 or 0-1-1. So that's why this third fight, even though it's 4 years later, it's happening because of these two great fights these 2 great fighters put on.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right, I've just put some background music on. You can't hear that at the minute, but I will add it to our call. And yeah, let's touch on the upcoming fight then between them, since we just watched that, and it is down on the list of fights to cover because that's coming up in 2 weeks' time, I believe. Is that right? Is it in 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I kind of touched on it during that stream, saying that I don't think it's probably going to live up to that the first 2 fights, especially that second fight, which we kind of believe is better than the first one. How do you see this final fight going? Is Canelo too young and fresh? Give us your thoughts.
You know, man, I really don't know what to expect with Canelo going all the way up to 175. You know, he did undisputed at 168, but he's coming off of a loss. He seems aggravated, similar to the second fight that we just watched. Actually, he's very aggravated going to that fight. But you know, it's an official loss he's coming off of, coming down in weight. And we got Triple G on the other side. A lot of inactivity. Hasn't really faced anybody of you know, top competition. Not at all. I think he fought like a Steve Rolls. Who's someone else? I know the last fight was Murata, and he definitely seemed to be a bit aged in that fight, but still got a great stoppage against a pretty solid fighter, you know, champion. So that fight was it was earlier this year. I can't remember, it was like January or February. Yeah, you know, I expect Canelo to win. I hear a lot of people talking about a stoppage, and I think Triple G is just too tough for that.
Too tough, yeah.
But,
I'm one of them that kind of thinks that way, but then I think you actually are right. He probably is too. Like, we've just seen it in that fight, haven't we? And he's got such a solid chin, even though he might be a little bit older.
I'll just go unanimous decision, Canelo. I just don't see it. I don't see anyone getting dropped or stopped.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair enough. So I'm just trying to get box rep screen up and into a good position on this thing. Oh man. Just bear with me for 1 second.
No, I'm trying to pull it up as well, and there's a lot on here. I think I clicked on the wrong thing. There we go. Now I'm there faster. We got Bam Rodriguez on that card facing a Chocolatito victim. I think it was the first guy Chocolatito faced after he lost to Sarungasai the second time. So it's a good, you know, it's a showcase for Bam. He's been quite active. I think he's fought like 2-3 times already this year. You know, he just stopped Sarungasai, who was the Chocolatito killer. So yeah, you know, nice little co-feature. You know, they gave Rosado. You seen the next matchup against Ali Akhmedov. I think Akhmedov's one loss is to Carlos Gongora, who was the IBO champ, who just lost as well. And Rosado always brings it. I mean, 26-15. You just don't see many guys here in America with that record getting shots like this, but it's well deserved. Rosado is finally on the slide, sliding down, definitely trending down, but you know, hopefully it's a fun fight. And also you see Austin Ammo Williams against Conway. Conway just fought like a month and a half ago or something like that, I swear. I forgot what card he was on, but Ammo's one of our top prospects here. Yeah. I think it's at 154. If you remember, last year he had a bit of a meltdown on social media. He was supposed to fight Brian Rose in one of the Matchroom USA cards, and he got upset with Eddie Hearn and was just saying he's retired and whatnot. But yeah, Ammo's back. He's coming off a first-round destruction of a guy that had a decent pedigree from the Northeast of America. So yeah, definitely you see some names there. Aaron Aponte, Mark Castro, Diego Pachenko. Yeah, solid card.
Decent card, yeah. So that's one to look forward to. That's obviously a couple of weekends away. And that is why we have just watched the first 2 fights on our last 2 watch and score live streams. So yeah, obviously it's going to bring about a conclusion, I guess, to this rivalry. I guess it's good for boxing history. I guess it's a good historical rivalry. It just seems a bit of a shame that it's taken so long to get this 3rd fight, doesn't it? When one of them does seem to be over the hill in a way, Golovkin, just purely on age. But I guess at the same time, with Alvarez suffering the defeat last time, maybe he doesn't seem quite as destructive and unstoppable as possibly beforehand at light heavyweight. So yeah, it'll be an interesting one. At least it's a decent support card as well, to keep things interesting if the main event doesn't live up to the previous ones, but hopefully it will do. Okay, so what else have we got? We're jumping around a little bit here, but there is a card tonight. Let's not forget that, because I will forget otherwise. It's Andy Ruiz versus Luis Ortiz. I'll just get that up on the screen now.
Yeah.
You looking forward to this one, Alex?
I am. It's on pay-per-view. That's not something I look forward to. So I'll be watching, however. Luis Ortiz, I actually saw him in person January 1st of this year. His knockout of Charles Martin. It was in a smaller arena, about 3,500 here in Fort Lauderdale. But heavy support for him there. A lot of it, South Florida is full of Cubans. I think there's like 1.5 million Cubans in Florida. So, Ortiz is probably one of the bigger Cubans that's still actively fighting. There's always a joke that he's like 50 years old or whatnot, but he is up there in age. But he's going against Andy Ruiz, 6'1", probably known as the greatest Mexican heavyweight, one of the best Latino heavyweights we've seen, better than John Ruiz, I would say already.
Yeah.
The one big win over AJ, but since then, the second AJ fight didn't look good. Arreola was off to a rough start. That was a competitive fight, but clear, wide win for him. But he was not impressive. Coming off another long layoff. I mean, come on, he's 32 years old, and Luis Ortiz has been more active than him. But I do look forward to it. I am choosing Andy Ruiz by unanimous decision. I don't think he punches hard enough. He has fast enough hands, but not fast enough feet. Doesn't punch hard enough to get Ortiz out of there. Ortiz's style is all wrong for him, but he is, approaching mid-40s. Did get dropped a couple times by Charles Martin, who does hit hard, but doesn't have, I would say, the boxing skills that should result in 2 knockdowns. So, I'm rolling with Ruiz.
Yeah, no, that's a fair call. I would probably go along with that, to be honest. I think the other way I could see a stoppage is kind of an accumulation kind of thing. A little bit how he stopped Joshua. He stopped Joshua, didn't he, with a bit of an accumulation of shots, and Joshua folded in a way.
He did.
But Luis Ortiz has got some boxing skills. Like I say, he's getting old. I don't know what he's officially listed at. 43. I mean,
I believe 43. Yes.
Probably add a few years to that, realistically. But I think I agree with you, Andy Ruiz, by a decision. Does that propel him back up into the
It has to.
things?
It has to. I think Wilder, everyone expects him to take care of business, even though it's not a walkover. I think Wilder versus Ruiz is what's being built up. Like I said, Ruiz hasn't been active. Deontay's approaching 37 years old. Yeah. And I mean, it's, not to bring race into it, but black versus Mexican has been a huge selling point here, because you really get a lot of people to drive, behind that. Right. It brings out a lot of casuals, and plus Deontay's a big hitter. Ruiz doesn't have the physique, but can fight. So definitely, I think that'd be a huge fight here in America. Nothing like I don't think like not Tyson Fury Wilder huge, but somewhere near there, like a 500 to 750,000 pay-per-view units sold, that'll be huge. We don't see those numbers anymore. Yeah,
cool. All right, on the undercard to that, then there is Isaac Cruz, who he beat Gamboa, didn't he? It feels like not too long ago.
Beat the crap out of him. Yeah, I think that was on, what card was that? Either Errol Spence's or Gervonta Davis's. I think Errol Spence.
Yeah, A&T Stadium probably.
Yep.
And he got beat off Gervonta Davis before that. So, but yeah, he
competitive fight.
So who's he against? Eduardo Ramirez, who I'm not too familiar with.
Zordito, yeah, he's a lefty. Zordo means lefty, so Zordito, he's, everyone knows Zurdo, Gilberto Ramirez. So I don't think they're related, however. Okay. Even though they're both in, I think they're both in Sinaloa, but nonetheless, Zordito was the opening fight on the Gervonta Davis pay-per-view. He fought Luis Melendez. They're not known guys, but it was a good competitive fight. It was a very close fight, as you see, it was a majority decision.
Yeah.
He beat Mariaga, who Conlon just beat. Mariaga is one of those guys that can punch, but doesn't have the boxing skills to give you issues. If you look there, Claudio Marrero is also on the resume. Claudio Marrero is a huge hitter from the Northeast, Dominican background, which we know Dominicans are up right now. And he lost to Marrero as well as Lee Selby. So, those aren't bad names to lose to. Look at the scorecards. 118, 110 to Marrero's probably a red flag. And Lee Selby, a dude that can move, that can box. I see kind of wide there too, 109, 119. But since that loss to Marrero, he's been on point. 3 straight stoppages, now two decisions. I'm picking Zordito for the upset. I think he's going to be too long for little Isaac Cruz. I like Isaac. He has a beautiful, wonderful style to watch. He's bringing it. He's a short little dude. He's coming to kill. And I think Zordito, his style, 70-inch reach against, I don't even know. Isaac Cruz looks like probably what I looked like when I was a middle schooler. 63 inches, Yeah, I'm picking Zordito. Even though I think it's probably better if Cruz wins. I think a lot of people are demanding that rematch with Gervonta. Zordito, that's my pick.
Cool, man. I'll just go to the opposite of that. I think Cruz will win. You've not convinced me.
No, yeah, especially with those losses.
Yeah.
But like I said, Mariaga and the other guy, Luis Melendez, that was a really good fight. Definitely try to check it out. Especially if Zordito wins. Go back to that fight and see what he did.
See what I missed.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Couple of other fights on there that we can touch on, I guess.
No, honestly, this is a great card.
Yeah, it's quite.
Is it pay-per-view worthy? It's 75 USD here. Maybe if they did 50, I'd be like, hey, everyone, purchase this. 75's it's steep, man. It's economy's hard out here.
Yeah, your pay-per-view prices are just ridiculous over there. I wouldn't be paying for them either. We're also in a cost of living crisis across the pond as well. And we grumble about paying £20-25 for pay-per-views over here, so yeah, understandable, man. Okay. I guess we don't need to really touch on these others. It's an okay card, but nothing really worth going too in depth about. And we've been going for an hour and 45 minutes nearly, so I think we can wrap things up. It was a fun fight to rewatch and score. Obviously, we've been a bit experimental this week with the new setup with cams and just getting things laid out as we need to. We'll make improvements and adjustments to that over the coming weeks just to make things a little bit more smoother.
Well, hey, we got to go over the women's card on September 10th at least.
It's a good job we flagged this up because I totally forgot. And I did put it in our in our things to discuss file, which I just cannot find now because it's hidden within a window somewhere. So yeah, it was the all women's card in London. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head now. So it's Alicia Baumgartner versus Serrano. No,
Michaela Mayer.
Michaela Mayer, sorry, that's the one.
Yeah.
And Clarissa Shields against what is she called from the UK?
Savannah Marshall. Come on,
Savannah
man.
Marshall, that's the one.
You know what? I was just about to ask you, how do you feel about that matchup?
I reckon Shields is probably going to be a bit too cagey and quick for Marshall, but Savannah Marshall's got some good power for women's boxing, big power. She's, I think she's quite a lot bigger as well, isn't she? I'm not too sure on.
Yeah, she's bigger. I mean, she has to be close to like 6 feet tall. I swear.
Yeah. I mean, I think
yeah, she's knocking women out like men do. You don't see that in the women's game.
For the women's, yeah. So that's obviously a big plus, and I think that's what makes it interesting. I've just found my little stream plan sheet now, yeah. too late. But yeah, it'll be a good fight. It'll be interesting. Both got the same record in terms of wins, 12-0. Marshall's got 10 stoppages out of them 12, which obviously is
10
huge.
big stoppages.
Huge stoppage ratio. And obviously Shields doesn't really stop people. She's got 2 stoppages. But she's got that pedigree, hasn't she? Shields, she considers herself the greatest of all time. I think did they fight in the amateurs? I think Marshall beat her.
That's the big story when before Clarissa went to the the 2012 Olympics, she lost to Savannah Marshall,
Right.
but still went on, got gold at 17 years old, and then she won a second gold. Wow, Savannah, I don't think even made it to the Olympics, and that is Clarissa's only loss in boxing.
Okay, well, so I guess that's the good, the fun backstory. And I know that they don't really like each other, and they've had a lot of back and forth on certain events and things like that. So there's a bit of needle there. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think that'll be a good fight. Do you know which one of these two will be actually the last fight of the night? I guess it will be that one, won't it?
It's Shields Marshall.
Shields
That's the main event, and I think it's Shields one-sided. Maybe there's a couple scary moments, but I'm thinking like they only do 10 rounders, so I'm thinking like 8-2, clear Shields win.
2-minute rounds as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which always good.
I don't rate Savannah highly.
Okay, so she's got the puncher's chance. Is that what we're saying? Potentially.
Yeah. She could do it. I mean, come on, the way she's knocking people out. We've never really seen that since the 90s in the women's game, like an Ann Wolf. That's like the only person I could think of. Not to say that we're women's boxing historians, but it's a big matchup. I think everyone should tune in because this is history. Shields is going for 2-time. She's already a 2-time undisputed. Now she's going for the second time. I think she was undisputed in middleweight before, or super middle, because I know she just did junior middle. So they both deserve attention. This is something that can really propel women's boxing. I mean, we had Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. That was high level stuff, and I think Clarissa Shields to me is the #1 woman in the world. If you want to say Katie Taylor, I'm okay with that. She's fought all the top girls, and Clarissa has the accomplishments. We've never seen someone be this accomplished in boxing.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it is a really good card. Obviously, the other fight that we're not touched on just yet is also great. Maya versus Bumgarner. And even on the undercard, there's quite a few British names. There's Caroline Dubois, Lauren Price, and Carissa Attenstall, who I think have all got good amateur pedigree, and they've got a little bit of excitement and buzz about them in terms of UK women's boxers. So they're going to be featuring. So yeah, we can touch on the other fight on there, Michaela Mayer versus Alicia Bumgarner. What do you think about this one? Who wins?
Man, the first time I was introduced to Bumgarner was when she knocked out Terry Harper on her feet. That was a legitimate knockout. That was very nice to see. Her next fight wasn't all that great. She fought an Argentine. I think she was like a co-feature on the DAZN card. And then Michaela Mayer, high activity, high output. It's an interesting matchup. I'm sorry, I don't have a winner to pick. I don't know who's gonna win. I don't watch them enough to really feel comfortable picking. I want Alicia Bumgarner to win, and just straight personal reasons. I just think she's beautiful.
Okay, fair enough. That's allowed. I think. I don't really know enough, especially about Maya. I'm trying to remember if I've seen any of these, but she's always fought in America, so I've probably not caught any of her fights if it was on the card of like a big events fight. But I have seen Bumgarner because of that Terry Harper fight, and I think I saw the other one because that was in Manchester as well. So
yeah, it was.
What was that on? It was on a Conor Benn undercard. Yes. Okay. But I think she's got some good boxing skills, hasn't she, Bumgarner? And obviously she's got a bit of power in her as well. So,
trains with Tony Harrison.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Baumgartner, but maybe a decision rather than a stoppage win. I'll go with that.
Right. Sweet.
Just to throw that out there. All right, man.
That's the first one we. Oh no, that's the second one we agreed on. We did Ruiz Ortiz too.
Cool. All right. Okay. Does that wrap things up? I think so. Looking at our sheet, I think that's everything that we'll be covering in the next couple of weeks. We can say is that we've got another live stream scheduled in 2 weekends' time.
Yes.
What's the fight that we're covering next time? Can you remember?
Oh, do I remember? It's a big one. Oscar De La Hoya versus Felix Tito Trinidad. It's gonna be another great. I'm excited every time, so I got to stop saying I can't wait. Can never wait.
Yeah, man. Well, that's cool. I'm looking forward to that. I don't think it's a fight I've ever seen before, so that'll be good
Really?
for me. Not seeing it.
Oh, it's a good one.
So it'll be a first for me, and we will get some of the technical issues ironed out before then, and we'll get everything set up nicely, and we'll make things better as we go.
Sounds
So
good.
with that, everyone that's come onto the stream and they enjoy what we're doing, please hit the like and subscribe button. Those numbers help. Hopefully we'll see you again at a future live stream. So Alex, thank you very much again for your time as usual. Looking forward to the next one already.
For sure. Always a pleasure. Hey, share the video too, guys. Appreciate y'all.
All right, man. Everyone take care. Goodbye.
Bye now.